What if some of the greatest cities ever built never actually disappeared? What if they were simply buried, and millions of people walking above them every single day? Let's begin. Number 10. London Mithraeum. Every morning, thousands of commuters cross London's financial district without realizing that one of Roman Britain's most mysterious temples lies only a few meters beneath their feet. Not a palace, not a fortress, a sanctuary dedicated to Mithras, a god whose followers guarded their rituals so carefully that almost no written description of them survives. When the Romans founded Londinium after the invasion of Britain in 43 CE, the settlement quickly became a major commercial center. Merchants, soldiers, and government officials arrived from across the empire, bringing their customs and religions with them. Among those beliefs was the cult of Mithras, whose ceremonies were held inside underground temples designed to resemble caves and illuminated only by torchlight. Then, in 1954, workers clearing bomb-damaged buildings uncovered carved stone walls beneath the city. Archaeologists soon revealed a complete Roman temple containing marble statues, altars, inscriptions, and evidence that the sanctuary had been remodeled several times during its existence. Animal remains discovered inside, including ravens, roosters, and bull bones, suggested complex ceremonies whose meaning is still debated because no complete ritual texts have ever been found. Today, the Mithraeum has been reconstructed beneath a modern office complex, allowing visitors to descend from London skyscrapers into a Roman sanctuary hidden for nearly 16 centuries. It is a reminder that beneath one of the world's busiest financial capitals survives a religion whose greatest secrets may never be fully understood. Number 9. Ancient Serdica. Deep beneath the streets of Sofia lies an entire Roman city that never truly disappeared. Before the modern capital existed, this place was known as Serdica, a thriving Roman settlement built at one of the Balkans' most important crossroads. Its strategic location transformed it into a prosperous center of trade, administration, and military power, becoming so significant that Emperor Constantine reportedly declared, "Serdica is my Rome." Over the centuries, earthquakes, invasions, and successive civilizations buried the ancient city beneath new construction instead of destroying it. Roman streets, homes, bathhouses, and public buildings slowly vanished beneath Byzantine, medieval, Ottoman, and finally modern Sofia. Everything changed during construction of the city's metro system. Engineers repeatedly uncovered ancient stone foundations, forcing archaeologists to investigate before work could continue. As excavations expanded, remarkably preserved Roman streets emerged with paving stones still marked by wagon wheel grooves, intact drainage systems, and building foundations preserved almost exactly as they had been left centuries earlier. Rather than remove the ruins, Sofia redesigned parts of its metro around them. Today, commuters walk beside genuine Roman streets, displayed beneath glass walkways inside modern stations. Ground surveys indicate that large districts still remain hidden beneath government buildings, apartment blocks, and busy roads where excavation is impossible. Much of Constantine's favored city may still be waiting beneath modern Sofia, untouched after nearly 2,000 years. Number 8. Templo Mayor. Few cities have buried their own past as completely as Mexico City. Every day, millions of people cross the Zocalo without realizing they stand above the ceremonial heart of the Aztec Empire. Before the Spanish arrived, this was Tenochtitlan. Founded in 1325 on an island in Lake Texcoco, it became one of the largest cities in the Americas. Wide canals divided its districts, elevated causeways connected it to the mainland, and enormous markets welcomed merchants from across Mesoamerica. At the city's center stood the Templo Mayor, the most sacred structure of the empire. Unlike most monuments, the pyramid was never simply repaired. Each new ruler expanded it by constructing a larger temple directly over the previous one, sealing older buildings inside newer layers of stone. Everything changed in 1521. After the conquest of Tenochtitlan, Spanish forces dismantled the temples and reused their stones to build churches, government buildings, and the new colonial capital. Within decades, the Aztec city had almost disappeared beneath European architecture. Then, in 1978, utility workers uncovered a massive circular stone beneath a downtown street. It depicted Coyolxauhqui, the Aztec moon goddess. Its discovery launched one of the largest archaeological excavations ever carried out in an active city. As excavations expanded, archaeologists uncovered staircases, temple platforms, sculptures, and thousands of ritual offerings, including obsidian knives, jade ornaments, jaguar remains, seashells, incense burners, and ceremonial masks preserved for nearly 5 centuries. Perhaps the most remarkable discovery was that the Templo Mayor contained multiple earlier pyramids hidden inside its own structure, allowing researchers to trace centuries of Aztec history layer by layer. Even today, only a small portion of ancient Tenochtitlan has been excavated. Modern Mexico City still covers almost the entire capital. Ground surveys suggest countless temples, palaces, canals, and neighborhoods remain buried beneath streets, homes, in government buildings. The greatest discoveries may still lie directly beneath one of the largest cities in the world. And beneath southern Italy, another forgotten city tells an entirely different story, one built underground from the very beginning. Number 7. Naples Underground. Beneath the crowded streets of Naples lies another city entirely. Not abandoned, simply buried. Founded by Greek settlers as Neapolis in the 6th century BCE, the city expanded under Roman rule into one of southern Italy's most important ports. As centuries passed, every generation built directly above the last, leaving ancient streets, theaters, aqueducts, and reservoirs hidden beneath the modern city. The underground network now stretches for hundreds of kilometers. One of its most remarkable discoveries appeared beneath an ordinary apartment building, where archaeologists uncovered an almost complete Roman theater. For generations, families had unknowingly lived above the structure, while parts of the ancient corridors were quietly used as storage rooms without anyone realizing their historical significance. Elsewhere, explorers found enormous cisterns carved into volcanic rock that once supplied fresh water to Roman Naples. Their sophisticated channels remained functional for centuries and were later transformed into bomb shelters during the Second World War, protecting thousands of civilians beneath the city. Modern laser surveys have revealed even more. Several tunnels end abruptly behind collapsed walls, while ground scans indicate unexplored chambers extending far beyond the mapped network. Some may lead to forgotten temples, private villas, or entire neighborhoods that have remained sealed for centuries. Because modern Naples stands directly above them, large-scale excavation is almost impossible. Much of the ancient city remains trapped beneath homes, churches, and busy streets, waiting for discoveries that may never become accessible. Number 6. Lebanon's buried imperial city. Modern Xi'an is home to more than 13 million people. Towering skyscrapers, crowded avenues, and busy subway lines dominate the landscape. Yet beneath this modern metropolis lies the buried capital of several Chinese dynasties. Long before Beijing became China's political center, Xi'an, then known as Chang'an, served as the heart of imperial China. At its height during the Tang dynasty, it was one of the largest and most sophisticated cities on Earth, with vast palace complexes, carefully planned streets, and thriving markets connected to the Silk Road. Centuries of rebuilding slowly buried much of that world. Each dynasty expanded the city instead of clearing it away, sealing older foundations beneath newer construction. The scale of what remains became clear in 1974. Farmers digging a well outside Xi'an uncovered fragments of terracotta, leading archaeologists to one of history's greatest discoveries, the Terracotta Army. Thousands of life-sized soldiers, horses, and chariots had been buried to guard Emperor Qin Shi Huang. Each warrior sculpted with unique facial features, hairstyles, and armor. Yet the army is only part of a much larger burial complex. At its center lies the emperor's tomb, which has never been opened. Ancient records describe rivers of mercury, jeweled ceilings representing the stars, and mechanical traps protecting the burial chamber. Modern soil surveys have detected unusually high mercury concentrations around the mound, suggesting those ancient descriptions may contain surprising truth. To avoid irreversible damage, Chinese archaeologists have deliberately left the tomb sealed. What remains inside has been waiting for more than 2,000 years. And beneath thousands of years of continuous civilization. Number 5. The hidden underground of Jerusalem. Few cities have been built, destroyed, and rebuilt as many times as Jerusalem. For more than 3,000 years, nearly every civilization that ruled the region left its mark here. Instead of clearing away what came before, each generation built directly on top of older foundations, creating one of the deepest archaeological records on Earth. In some areas, history descends more than 20 meters below the modern streets. One of the city's greatest discoveries is the tunnel system beneath the city of David. Among them is Hezekiah's tunnel, carved through solid limestone around the 8th century BCE to secure Jerusalem's water supply during the threat of Assyrian invasion. Remarkably, two teams excavated from opposite ends of the tunnel and met almost perfectly in the middle, an engineering achievement that still fascinates researchers today. Nearby, archaeologists uncovered the ancient pilgrimage road, once used by thousands of worshippers traveling toward the Second Temple. Buried beneath centuries of construction, the stone roadway preserved coins, pottery, oil lamps, and even ancient drainage channels that revealed details of daily life before the Roman destruction of Jerusalem in 70 CE. Yet the city's greatest mystery remains beyond archaeology's reach. Beneath the Temple Mount, ground surveys have detected unexplained underground structures, but large-scale excavations are impossible because of the site's immense religious and political importance. Whether those anomalies are natural formations, forgotten buildings, or something entirely unexpected remains unknown. In Jerusalem, history is not hidden because it has been lost. It is hidden because, in many places, no one is allowed to uncover it. Number 4. Hidden beneath the streets of Istanbul lies one of the largest underground structures ever built by the Byzantine Empire. From the surface, nothing suggests that an enormous reservoir stretches below the city's historic center. Constructed during the reign of Emperor Justinian I in the 6th century, the Basilica Cistern was designed to store nearly 80,000 cubic meters of water, supplying the imperial palace during sieges and prolonged droughts. Its scale is extraordinary. More than 300 marble columns support the immense vaulted ceiling, many taken from older Roman temples across the empire. Corinthian, Ionic, and plain capitals stand side by side, giving the impression that the cistern was assembled from monuments belonging to different centuries. Its greatest mystery waits in the far corner. There, 2 massive stone blocks carved with the face of Medusa support towering columns. One lies sideways, the other upside down. No contemporary document explains why. Some historians believe they were positioned that way simply because it was practical. Others argue the builders intentionally inverted the famous Gorgon's face to remove its mythical power. After the Ottoman conquest, the reservoir gradually faded from memory. For centuries, residents unknowingly lowered buckets through holes in their basement floors, drawing water from the forgotten Byzantine structure beneath their homes. Today, the Basilica Cistern is open to visitors, but archaeologists believe it represents only a small part of a much larger underground network. Countless cisterns, churches, palace foundations, and sealed passages still remain hidden beneath modern Istanbul, waiting beneath one of history's greatest cities. Number 3. Rome is often called the Eternal City, but the Rome visible today is only the newest version. For nearly 3,000 years, buildings collapsed, fires destroyed neighborhoods, and new generations rebuilt directly over the remains of the old city. Instead of removing earlier structures, they buried them, creating multiple layers of history beneath the modern streets. In some districts, ancient Rome lies more than 15 meters below ground. One of the clearest examples is the Basilica of San Clemente. From the outside, it appears to be an ordinary medieval church. Descending a single staircase reveals a 4th-century basilica. Beneath that stands a Roman house and a temple dedicated to Mithras. Even deeper, ancient springs continue flowing through tunnels that existed before Christianity reached Rome. Elsewhere, construction projects have uncovered remarkably preserved Roman homes decorated with colorful frescoes, mosaic floors, and private courtyards. Many remain sealed beneath apartment buildings because excavation would threaten the modern structures above. The city's newest metro line has produced similar discoveries. Almost every major excavation revealed ancient roads, military barracks, walls, or sections of aqueduct, forcing engineers to redesign tunnels rather than destroy irreplaceable archaeological remains. Ground-penetrating surveys continue to identify buried structures across the capital, including possible temples and public buildings that remain inaccessible beneath churches, museums, and residential neighborhoods. In Rome, archaeology is not confined to distant ruins. It continues beneath cafes, sidewalks, and busy intersections, proving that one of history's greatest civilizations still survives below the modern city. Number 2. The lost city beneath Alexandria. Alexandria was once the intellectual capital of the ancient world. Founded by Alexander the Great in 331 BCE, it became home to the Great Library, the royal palace of the Ptolemaic dynasty, and the lighthouse of Pharos, one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world. But much of that magnificent city no longer lies beneath modern streets. It lies beneath the Mediterranean Sea. Beginning in late antiquity, powerful earthquakes and coastal subsidence caused large sections of Alexandria's royal quarter to collapse into the harbor. Over the following centuries, entire districts disappeared beneath the water, carrying temples, monuments, and palaces with them. For generations, historians believed those buildings had been lost forever. That changed during underwater surveys in the 1990s. Divers discovered colossal granite statues, sphinxes, monumental columns, temple foundations, and massive architectural blocks resting on the seabed almost exactly where they had fallen centuries earlier. Some archaeologists, the greatest mystery, however, has never been found. The exact location of the famous Library of Alexandria remains unknown. Whether it was destroyed on land, dismantled over time, or partly lost beneath the sea continues to divide historians. Modern sonar surveys have identified additional structures extending well beyond the excavated areas, suggesting that much of ancient Alexandria still remains buried beneath layers of sediment. Unlike most archaeological sites, this lost city is hidden not beneath soil, but beneath the sea itself. Number 1. Derinkuyu. From the surface, Derinkuyu appears to be an ordinary town in central Turkey. Nothing about its quiet streets suggests that one of the largest underground cities ever discovered lies directly beneath them. Its existence remained unknown until 1963, when a homeowner renovating his basement removed part of a wall and uncovered a narrow passage leading into darkness. That accidental discovery revealed a vast subterranean city extending approximately 85 meters below ground. Archaeologists eventually mapped 18 interconnected levels containing homes, churches, schools, wine cellars, storage rooms, workshops, wells, and ventilation shafts capable of supplying fresh air throughout the complex. Researchers estimate the city could have sheltered as many as 20,000 people during times of invasion. Its engineering remains remarkable. Massive circular stone doors protected key passages, allowing defenders to seal entire corridors from the inside. Thousands of ventilation shafts continued supplying air even to the deepest chambers, while carefully designed wells ensured access to fresh water without exposing the inhabitants above ground. Exactly who began building Derinkuyu remains uncertain. Many archaeologists attribute its earliest construction to the Phrygians during the first millennium BCE, while later civilizations, including early Christians, greatly expanded the underground network and used it as a refuge during periods of conflict and religious persecution. The greatest surprise came after its discovery. Derinkuyu was not unique. Exploration across Cappadocia revealed dozens of similar underground settlements, some connected by tunnels stretching for kilometers beneath the volcanic landscape. Even today, only a fraction of Derinkuyu is accessible. Flooded passages, unstable chambers, and unexplored tunnels prevent archaeologists from reaching large sections of the city. After more than half a century of research, no one knows exactly how much still remains hidden beneath the town. Sometimes, history is not lost because it disappeared. It is lost because no one thought to look beneath their own feet. 10 cities, 10 civilizations, separated by continents, cultures, and thousands of years. Yet they all reveal the same extraordinary truth. History rarely disappears. More often, it is buried beneath streets, beneath homes, beneath monuments that replace those that came before. From London's hidden temple to the underground world of Derinkuyu, every discovery reminds us that the greatest archaeological sites are not always found in remote deserts or dense jungles. Sometimes they exist beneath the cities where millions of people live every day, and somewhere below another modern skyline. History may still be waiting to be discovered,